Okay, I had some students ask questions about this quiz. This is the third time I've done it. My live stream didn't work, so I'm just going to make a recording this time. Hopefully it works. Um, so sometimes you have to do these things 2 or 3 times because you're not getting them right on Khan. Uh, you need to be able to stick with it, just like I'm sticking with it here. Okay, so we've got 5 questions, 5 problems on here. Which of the h values satisfy the following inequality? So 6 is greater than or equal to h over 2. You may, when you do this, you won't have exactly the same problem, but you'll have something like this. And the way I'm going to do this right now is I'm going to substitute. Okay, so the first value is 12. So I'm going to check is what I want to know that is if h is 12, is that true? So is 6 greater than or equal to 6? Yes, it is. And this over here says choose all answers that apply. So I'm gonna try another one. 6 is greater than or equal to 14. 14 over 2. Is 6 greater than or equal to 7? No, it's not. And our last one, 16. If h is 16, 6 is greater than or equal to 16 over 2. So is 6 greater than or equal to 8? The answer is no, it's not. So we only have one answer, but be careful when it says all answers. Sometimes you have two. Our next question, choose the inequality that represents the following graph. So our variable is x, and if x is on the left side like this, then we can use that rule that says if it's going off this direction, then it's less than. If it's going off that direction, then it's greater than. So the arrow looks the same, only if the x is on the left side. Okay, and we need to use this rule. Closed dot means it includes the value, so it's greater than and equal to, or less than or equal to. It's a little happy. But if it's open, then that just means it's going to be greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. He's not so happy. Okay, so we have to look here. That's open, so I know it's going to be greater than or less than, and it's going off to this direction, so it's less than. And if we look at all these numbers are less than 3, 2 is less than 3, 1 is less than 3, 0 is less than 3. So, we have this rule, but really you should look at it and kind of know that 0 is less than 3, so it has to be less than. So my answer here is x is less than 3. Okay, which graph represents the solution set of this inequality? So I'm going to write this down, and then we're going to solve. Okay, I am going to use that that rule that you guys learned, order of operations from before, PEMDAS or BEMDAS or sometimes BODMAP, but it's parentheses and braces and brackets, whatever you've got, some kind of grouping like that, exponents, and then multiply and divide, add and subtract. And remember that these are multiply and divide are one step, and add and subtract are one step. Okay, so don't think like you have to multiply everything together and then divide everything. They're all together. They're the same thing, because multiplying and dividing are really the same thing, and adding and subtracting are really the same thing. We use the inverses. Okay, so when we evaluate or simplify, we go that direction. But when we solve, solve, we're going up from the bottom here. So the first thing we want to do is add and subtract to isolate this d, get that d by itself. So I'm going to do the inverse here. Okay. 9 minus 9 is 0, so I've got negative 4d greater than or equal to negative 12. How do I know that? Here's my number line. 0. Start off at negative 3, and then I subtract 9, so I go to 9 in that direction. All right. And then I end up at negative 12. Okay, so negative 12, and then I'm up here at step 3, so I'm going to divide by negative 4. Okay. And remember that when I divide by a negative number or multiply it by a negative number, I'm going to turn that around. And why is that? That's because if we have this number line, if we multiply by negative, all the positive numbers change to negative numbers, and all the negative numbers change to positive numbers. So it's like we're flipping it around. So we're also flipping that inequality sign around. So we're going to have it's going to be less than or equal to negative 4 divided by negative 4 is 1, so it's d. And this is 3. So d is less than or equal to 3. We know that closed and open. Closed is less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, and open is less than or greater than, right? So less than or equal to 3, so it's going to be a closed one, and it's going to be going off into this direction. 0 is less than 3. Less than or equal to 3. Okay. Oh, we have a word problem. The dance committee of Pine Bluff Middle School earned $72 from a bake sale and will earn $4 for each ticket they sell to the Spring Fling dance. The dance will cost $400. Write an inequality to determine the number of tickets T the committee could sell to have the money left over. After they pay for this year's dance. So what we're saying is, okay, we want to have more than $400. So we start off with $72 from a bake sale, and then we're going to add $4 for each ticket. Each ticket adds $4, and we want the total to be more than 400. So we need to solve for t. So I'm going to do add and subtract here first. And I'm going to subtract 72 from each side. Consistently cross my sevens there. 72 minus 72 is 0, so 4t is greater than 328. And I'm going to divide by 4. That's the next step up here. That is 82. So t is greater than 82. So 82 have enough money to have money left over. So we want to have money left over, so it can't be equal. Just want to check that. So we need to have money left over. It can't be exactly 400. It needs to be greater than 400. So my problem is, my inequality is 72 plus 4t is greater than 400. And this has to be greater than 82. Okay. We're on the last question here, and I'm hoping I don't mess it up because, you know, math teachers messing up on live streams really sucks. Which graph represents the solution set of this inequality? So we're just going to solve. And 10c plus 5 is less than or equal to 45. And we're going to do here, start with adding and subtracting. So I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. And 5 minus 5 is 0, so it's less than 40. And now I'm going to go up here and divide by 10 on each side. So C is less than or equal to 4. So we know that because our variable is on this side, less than is going to be going that direction, right? And it's less than or equal to, so it's going to look like this. 4. So let's find that. And there it is. I hope this helped you. I hope this helped you work through this quiz. But again, if you're not sure what to do, then basically what you need to do is go back and do all the sets that are between the last quiz, quiz 2, and quiz 3, and practice all those things until you get them. So this one here says 2-step inequality word problems. I don't know why that's half for me, but you know, I should go back and practice that and then come back and do the quiz again. All right, so I hope that solved your problems. You know, work hard on con. Don't be happy with 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 4 or 5 out of 7. You know, make sure you get that 100% for all of the questions right whenever you're doing con. Thank you for listening.